Hey everyone, I'm so excited to have you join us today. If you enjoy, you're in the right place. Before we dive into today's video, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our future content. We're building an awesome community here, and I'd love for you to be a part of it. Sangcheol, who had returned to reality, was in a hurry, running somewhere. Using the master key, he opened the hotel room, Ma fast asleep on the bed. Startled by the sudden commotion and said, "Section Chief Anne? What brings you here? I don't remember calling for you. You weren't responding, so I came all the way here. Please excuse me. I thought something might have happened to you." "What would have happened? Did you perhaps think I died in a round 4? Didn't you see the final results? I did. You were ranked 3rd. I was still a bit worried though. It was a very hectic round, don't you think? That's why I went straight to bed after returning. I was too mentally exhausted. It's understandable you did kill 433 people. If you add the people I killed more than once, it should have definitely been more than that. I acquired that many kills, but just what kind of monster is this Black Scythe guy? Is he even human? Minnie Mouse be an active Special Force member, right? If we're thinking of someone with that much confidence and skill in South Korea right now, that's the only conclusion I came to. Ma contemplated deeply. Back Scythe, the more I think about him, the more extraordinary he seems. No matter what his identity is, I would be much more at ease if I am able to cooperate it with him somehow. I should ask that prophet about Black Scythe sometime in the future. As he pondering those thoughts, Sangcheol coincidentally brought up the topic of the prophet. President, it truly is. Fascination around 4 really did progress how the prophets told us it would. I was honestly a little skeptical before I saw it with my own eyes. I am with you on this. The two of them recalled Rio's prophecy. Round 4 is not about completing monster hunting quest. Instead, it's a tragic battle where players kill each other. Just as the prophecy foretold, it came true. The information provided by Rio was accurate. The two of them now had unwavering faith in Rio as true prophet. Sangcheol said, "What should we do now, Mr. President? What do you mean?" "About Prophet Rio. Are you thinking of working together with him now? Of course, he's a major shareholder holding 31% of our shares. What authority do I have? Truth be told, you could say that the fate of the company is in his hands. Then, do you mean to say that you will completely change the company's operations just like he suggested? What else is there to do? He says that's how the company will grow, also even including all that we must have Rio on our side. Don't look down on him just because of his young age, and don't be swayed by your ego. Even if he does something you don't like, work with him and keep his favor. Only then can we take all the benefits we can from this blessing called a prophet. You understand that, right? Yes, I shall pay attention to my action when treating Mr. Rio from no one. Good. Well then, try contacting him right now. What should I say? Tell him that if he has time, we should meet up for a party today to celebrate our survival. Also tell him that his entire family is invited as well, and called actress Aaron too." Sangcheol replied. Aaron, a mischievous grin adorned Ma's face, and replied, "I said a celebrity should be a function like this, no?" Rio, dressed casually, stepped out of the Lamborghini. Then he waved his hand towards the woman standing before him. And there she was Jury. She also greeted him with a warm smile and waved back. "Rio, you look fine. You randomly call me to have lunch together. It's just a meal to celebrate our survival. I'll buy, so don't worry about it. Well then, if I'm not imposing on you, I guess I'll mooch off my rich friend today." Rio and Jury in the Lamborghini zoomed through the city. During the ride, Jury and Rio engaged in a natural and easy conversation. "Thanks, Mr. Prophet. I was able to prepare for round 4 thanks to you. Have you ever thought that I might be lying to you? That's impossible. For what reason would you have to lie to me? Thanks for believing me. What thanks? I should be the one who's thankful. If you didn't tell me that I needed to kill at least 30 different people, I would have been culled at the end. Thanks. Ryo said silently. It doesn't really need to be thankful. Even if I didn't tell her that information, Juri would have survived thanks to the protection rune. Also, her drive to survive is stranger than she looks. I guess I'm like Aaron. She wouldn't be considered a sheltered rose in vase, but perhaps the weeds growing around it on the outside. The two of them entered a high-end transitional Korean restaurant. Ryo chuckled and picked up his chopsticks. The food tasted exquisite, and he savoured each bit. However, Juri seemed hesitant, her hands hovering over the untouched food. Can I really do this after killing a person? I come out here because Ryo called me, but eating comfortable is a bit hard. Reading her thoughts, he realized she was still grappling with the weight of her actions. Ryo said, Juri, why aren't you eating? I'm not that hungry. Is it because you have killed a person? Don't fit to guilty about it. Don't blame yourself either. You needed to survive. It's not just you. Me and everyone else were also in tough position, she replied. Then I killed a person. Ryo's tone turned firm as he interrupted her. So what? This will continue to happen in the future. Are you just going to lie down and do nothing? What about your family if you don't wake up? We have a family that's waiting for us. In that moment, Juri's thoughts were consumed by her beloved father. She had never considered the profound sadness he would feel if she failed to wake up from her slumber. With a newfound sense of purpose, her wavering results solidified. She said, You're right. I wasn't thinking about my family at all. Maybe my family is what has been keeping me going all this time. Thanks, Ryo, for consoling me. It's nothing, just enjoy the food and let go. Reinvigorated Juri finally picked up her utensils. As she savoured the various dishes, she couldn't help but be amazed. Tastes really good. I feel like my stress from round 4 is being washed away. Ryo said, Juri, the reason why I called you today is to tell you information about round 5. Surprised, Juri said, A round 5? You saw the future already. Yeah, right would be much more difficult than any of the other runs we've had until now. The regions would be united as well. The separate regions would be combined into one. This astonishing revelation widened Juri's eyes. Then, does that mean that we can meet as well? In truth, they would encounter each other during the 5 round. The Ryo deliberately misled her about the timing of their meeting. Like I've said before, a round 5 is going to be pretty difficult. You and I might not be able to pass this time, however. There is one method we can use. Juri replied. What is it? He said, Black Scythe. Go find him and ask for his help. Juri was surprised after hearing name, Black Scythe. Although they hailed from different territories, Juri was well aware of the name. After all, it was moniker that consistently claimed the top spot in the world after every round. Juri said, What? Black Scythe? You mean that guy, right? The all-region rank 1? Ryo replied, Yeah, that guy. So you're telling me to go get Black Scythe's help for round 5? I say receive his help, but it's more like cooperating with him. You'll need to create a temporary alliance with him. That's how can survive. Black Scythe is level 30. Would he work with me? You have your buff. Black Scythe probably needs you as well. Juri replied, Honestly, I'm still worried. I don't know if Black Scythe will want to go around with me just because I have a small buff. Ryo suppressed his true thoughts and smiled, trying to alleviate Juri's worries. Don't worry, Black Scythe will try to work with you. Not just in this round, but in the next round as well. I saw it as a part of the future, so you don't have to worry about it. Juri's face finally brightened, radiating a genuine smile. She said, "Thanks for telling me important information like this." As a token of gratitude, Juri extended her hand and bestowed a buff upon Ryo. Ryo smiled and said, "Thank you, Juri." And he said to himself, "I knew she couldn't live while feeling indebted to someone, so I figured she would buff me up as well. Now then, I can go home and use that." Upon returning home, Ryo said, "With the effect of Juri's bless and the bonus for the butcher room after killing 100 mealworms, my stats should have gotten pretty high. Let's see how much my stats have improved. Strength, 93. Intelligence, 111. Agility, 105. Luck, 84. Ryo said, "I guess I can look forward to things with this much luck." Ryo opened his inventory and retrieved the lowest grade lottery ticket. An ordinary person would have ended up praying, open for a favourable outcome. Ryo wasn't an ordinary person. Without any institution, he simply used the item. No, he had never been religious. This whole situation had completely eroded any remnant of faith he may have had. Of course, there had to be someone pulling the strings, toying with humanity. Ryo said, "If by some chance I make it to the final round and have my wish granted, I'll demand the annihilation of that person deity who designed this wretched excuse for a game." Just then, the lottery results appeared before Ryo's eyes. "Congratulations, you have obtained 5 lowest rank magic crystal." In that moment, Ryo found himself wearing an expression of astonishment. 5 is the max. Ryo decided to start by combining the stones of the same colour. With the stones placed in their respective slot, he pressed the combine button. Combination successful. You created a lowest rank with magic crystal. Without hesitation, Ryo immediately combined the low-grade red magic stone with the assassin's hood. Combination successful. Assassin's hood has been imbued with damage 2%. He also combined the newly obtained proper magical stone with the one Aaron had given him. After creating a low-grade purple magical stone, he inserted it into his gloves. Shadow of Darkness glove has been imbued with all stats +2. The remaining green and yellow magical stones were placed in his shoes and ring respectively. His agility and luck both increased by 2. Ryo said, "With this, I've used all the magic crystals I had. It was worth it to gain the buff through exchanging that info. Now let's get ready to meet Ma." Ryo opened the front door, accompanied by his brother. Sang Cheol respectfully lowered his head and said, "Hello, I'm here to escort you." One said, "That person is the one we meet before." Sang Cheol glanced at Ryo, observing One's surprised expression, and said, "Who is this?" Ryo replied, "Is my younger brother." Sang Cheol said, "Apologize for my late introduction. I am Suction Chief Sang Cheol. We've met before, right? Although I've already apologized to your brother, I am very sorry for treating you rudely before. This party shall serve as an apology, so I hope you don't find it burdensome. Well then, shall we go? The limousine is ready for you." As expected, the party took place at Ma's hotel. "Mr. Ryo." Ma greeted him warmly at the entrance. "It's great to see that you're well and alive." Ryo replied, "Likewise." Ma said, "And this is your brother?" "Yes, his name is One, my younger brother." Ma smiled and extended his hand to One. "It's good to see you. I'm President Ma of Heavenly Demon Consulting," and he said too, "Is your brother a player as well?" Ryo replied, "Is only 14 years old right now. Is not player. That's divine luck to be able to escape the death game by 1 year. I'm truly envious." "Envious? Not at all." Ryo inwardly chuckled. Ma said, "Please come this way. Although it's a bit simple, the party has been prepared nonetheless." Following Ma, they entered a spacious hall. One couldn't contain his awe, his mouth agape in astonishment. Ma said, "You must be hungry. Although there isn't much prepared, I believe you'll be able to help your fill." One more a bewildered expression Ma's words. Is he missing with me? This isn't enough. Ma said, then please it first. Just as Ma was about to make the move, the door to the banquet hall swung open and a woman appeared, leaving Rio secretly astonished. Rio said, Aaron? Aaron got cold as well. お前はもう死んでいる。